it's really nice that so many people are here. I hope that we can gather everyone together, and I hope that you hear us well. So we would like to introduce you to Maria Rudakova, who did our exhibition design. And yeah, I would like to invite you to tell us a little bit about the design.
Yeah, I would say that we, I think in general as a CIVA team, we're trying to always put lots of emphasis on like different disciplines at the same time. So I can say the same about the graphic design team, the web design team, and me who did the exhibition design. And in this particular edition, we tried to merge like two ideas that kind of go along, but still separate things. First, we really, by creating the seatings that you can see everywhere that are kind of attached to the architecture of the building, we really wanted everybody to sit down and not consume is a bad word, but investigate all the art pieces in a standing position like you usually do it in a museum. So we wanted to ground people, wanted to give people soft surfaces they can lay on, have conversations, discuss what they see, and so on. So feel free to do that. And by using this, creating this constructions out of the fabric, we kind of tried to make these niches that are located next to each artist a bit more intimate. So created a bit of like shelters where you can rest. Yeah, I think. And we, material-wise, we went for very, very soft draped materials that are associated also with our graphic design and graphics in total.
Yeah, we will say a few words about each artwork, and then, as we said, we are here for any questions that you might have. So we start with the first position is by Joseph Antiam. It's a video installation. Feel very welcome to sit down and enjoy the full video later. For us, it was really important to invite Josefa with her work, Melas de Saturne. It's a video that collects or assembles together different technology or different methods from pictures, 3D models, video, projections, and so on and so forth to kind of create a new virtual space or a new virtual reality, let's say, in which this persona, this character named persona, is searching for their origin. So it is a kind of a quest for a search of identity, a search for what she called cosmic community and collectiveness. So yeah, I will not say more because it's really a narrative work. It's around 11 minutes long. I really welcome you to at one point sit down on the seats and enjoy the full work.
On the other side here, we have an artwork by the Iranian and US-American-based artist Mohsin Alakiari. The artwork started in 2015, and I'm sure that every one of you remembers the YouTube videos that you could see back then, where the ISIS destroyed cultural heritage in Syria and Afghanistan. And so she started to do research together with several scientists from this very location, and together they reconstructed some of the destroyed statues. And what interested us a lot is that Mohsin uses 3D printing, scanning technology, so digital technology, to actually reconstruct and archive cultural heritage that was destroyed. And also what is important for her, and you see the USB cables here, is to make it publicly accessible. So feel free to just use the USB cables to download info material, also the 3D models of the various statues, and help to archive what was destroyed.
So in the game, you're at a bar and you're just trying to meet up with your friends, and you keep being intercepted. by all of these real professional pickup artists using their real practices that they sell to other men. And yeah, I mean, in terms of being in an exhibition about care, this community of professional pickup artists really formed online and have a really dismissive relationship to care. It's really, the game is an experience. You can see how care can be performed without being internalized and practiced. So they're really teaching each other how to perform care, but without doing the real work that care entails. So yeah, it's there's a warning as soon as you start the game so that you know to consent to the experience. It's really important to me that players know about the field that they're entering so they're not shocked or surprised by the material, because it is really difficult. A lot of these pickup artists are packaging and selling sexual assault as a form of seduction. So it's an intense game. There are funny moments. I mean, I'm saying it's really a sort of shocking subculture. But some of the pickup artists are obsessed with the Vampire Diaries TV show and use lines from that. And you can also burn one of their houses down if you get one of the 53 endings in the game. There is one. It involves pizza. Spoiler alert. So, but yeah, it's so great to be here, and thank you for including me in the show.
Thank you so much.
Sorry for the overnight plain explanation of the game.
No, okay, then I think we move just behind the dish to make a bit of labyrinth. To us, to the viewers, questioning their all sentience, their humanness, their blackness. They are asking whether blackness is really a color, or if it's rather a concept or an idea that has been created in relation to whiteness. So it's asking a lot of questions to us and to itself. And as you can see, it's trying, or the AI is trying to find a shape, find a form. It uses silver as the material. The AI seems to like the silver as something that reflects but also maintains its own characteristic, its own materiality. And for the full video, you have very often this kind of loading screen. So it's the AI kind of trying or attempt to get into a sort of physical form, but then getting interrupted all the time by glitch, by failure. It's not a very long video, so again, I welcome you afterwards to take the headphones and listen to Eva's voice.
Hi, I'm Tina. This is the sound artist of the piece, Maria Danelina. And this piece follows a person who takes a bath, and you can follow this person through different stages of taking a bath, exactly how you would also do this, like reading newspaper or just chilling, and then the whole situation is going into an uncomfortable feeling in a way. And this is a bit what we tried to juxtaposing this relaxation, the self-care. Like nothing is wrong about self-care, but it is wrong if this is the only method to help yourself in a way. That there's nothing more to, or self-care is not only the key to make structural changes. And this is also what we tried to do in the music, and like why I asked especially Maria to do this, to create this well-being flow in a way. I don't know, maybe you would like to.
In German? Genau, wir haben, ich habe mit dem Sound versucht, eben das Bildnerische zu unterstützen, und sind auch sehr viele Aufnahmen, Live-Aufnahmen vom Baden dabei, um halt auch eben das Gefühl hervorzubringen. Gibt aber auch sehr viele Stellen, wo der Sound ein bisschen zu viel wird, weil es auch ein bisschen zu dieser Ausdruck sein sollte, dass man versucht, sich zu entspannen, aber schafft es dann quasi nicht und man hört so viele Wasserflatschen, Geräusche und auch sehr viel Verwirrung und genau.
So yeah, you already mentioned it, but it's actually part of a wider body of work, what is called Will of Our Customers. So this is like an extract of it, these two pieces. And in this body of work, I was especially interested in like the nowadays consumer culture and consumer behavior. And actually these two pieces are inspired by so-called shopping haul videos that exist mainly on like YouTube and TikTok, where people, or basically people that are vegan hunters, are showing like the latest shopping deals. And they're presenting it in a really funny way. And I was questioning, like, who are these people? Who are our consumers nowadays? Who are we as consumers? What are we consuming? So there's a series of portraits and extracts of portraits, as like two you see here, where I was basically actually creating these so-called consumers nowadays, where most of them, we are consumers, you're consumers, but it's also quite abstract. And so these are digitally generated pieces, and basically the analog process comes afterwards through me deforming and manipulating the portraits again, because I was especially interested in like the flaws of the basically machine that had mistakes making, because mostly these digitally generated portraits, they are trying to make people look as perfect as possible, but then there happens quite a lot of mistakes in it. So I was more interested in that, and then through the analog process of me manipulating it with the hand, basically the manipulation starts, gets even more. And the titles of the work, as you can see, she's not alone, she brings a garment, she's cute, she's but a cute catwalk that is not referenced to me, but to the actual pieces. And these are wordings. Basically, there exists a whole poem that is generated from a poem generator, and I filled this poem generator with words from the shopping haul videos. So then it created this like really surreal and absurd poem, and I used phrases of these poems for the titles of the work. So
yeah, the last room is done by Susanne Kennedy and Markus Selk. We're very happy to have them in the exhibition. You might know Susanne Kennedy from the theater. And might have seen her pieces Drei Schwestern that was shown last year at Volkstheater, or Einstein on the Beach that you could see at the Wiener Festwochen. And yeah, what fascinates us very much about her work is that is her way to question the context. So in the theater, Einstein on the Beach, for example, she, together with Markus, really invited the audience to become part of the performance, become part of the show, and therefore also give chance quite a big focus, let's say. In an interview they told us that sometimes you can really not foresee what is going to happen if you invite people to also join. And I could also see at Einstein on the Beach that in the beginning people would sit in the forum, do you say that? And the longer the piece took, the more they would really dare to interact. So it's quite interesting also how the context, or what the context actually does. And so they started also to work for exhibitions, and we find it quite interesting how they translate from one context also to the other. Yeah, part of dramaturgy, yeah, just creating a space for people, and for us in the exhibition, also in terms of care, we really like the concept that they did for the exhibition. It's a commissioned artwork, it's a site-specific artwork, and so you're invited to enter a room with 2 beds. That's also the title. Aber ja, Soundtrack, also es geht bei